Alright guys, so welcome to the film room. In this series we'll be breaking down each offer we accept and explain the decision making process behind each order. For some background, I multi-app only using Doordash and UberEats while maintaining high ratings on Doordash so I can utilize the incentives they offer. We spend so much time and energy on factors outside our control, like base pay, if customers tip, and order volume in our market, but gloss over the most important aspect of gig work, which is our decision making. Bad decision making can make a good market look bad, and good decision making can uplift a mediocre market. If you guys enjoy this type of content, let me know by hitting that like button, and if you have a suggestion or want to provide feedback, please comment down below. But with that said, let's get right into it. Also, in this particular series of videos, we are documenting a week where we did over $2,000 in earnings, and this particular shift is a day 3 where we started the day at $618.50 for the week. Alright guys, so let's get right into this film room session, man. So just to kind of start off the theme, so I have 3 zones that I love to be in. I have the Parma zone right here, which is where I like to be for lunch. It's just, I know I complain about it a lot in the videos, but it's just the zone that I find has the most highest ceiling of all the zones that I do know. But I also have an effective dinner strategy in this zone as well. Then I have Bedford Garfield. That is kind of like, it's like baby Cleveland Heights to me. Again, I feel comfortable dashing there for lunch or dinner. I have really good strategies in both times of days for that. And then we got the zone that y'all see in the videos all the time, the Cleveland Heights zone right here. Which again, any of these 3 zones, whether it's lunch or dinner or midday, I have a strategy on how I like to work those zones. And I also throw in like this part of the downtown. Basically, anything in the downtown zone that's not like West 25th area, I'm pretty comfortable with those areas as well. But yeah, let's get into the first order of the day. We're gonna break each of these orders down. This is a little bit in the future, me talking about these orders, so forgive me if I have to pause and think about what happened. But you know, that's a scenario. In the future going forward, as I get more comfortable with this format, then these will start happening right after, so everything's still fresh. All right, so first order of the day, oh boy, this is a top dasher order right here. So here, the acceptance rate isn't that high. So right now I'm working with, I want to say it was under 70%. It might have been like 69%. Whatever it was, I didn't really have much wiggle room. And how I work the mornings is I want to get a couple orders in on Uber Eats before lunch starts because I want to get that algorithm going on Uber Eats. And then when I turn DoorDash on, I kind of just let DoorDash dictate where I'm gonna go for the day. I kind of throw it up. That's God telling me where I need to be for the day. Here it's 15.25 for 18 miles, so the order kind of sucks. It's going to the east side, and it's only 6 items. We went ahead and accepted it because we know what we can do with the order and what strategy we can work moving forward without having to put another decline on our account when our acceptance rate was already kind of low. If we had a higher acceptance rate, if we was like 75, 76, we might have declined this one and tried our luck with a better shopping order. But because our acceptance rate was where it's at, we went ahead and took the cash flow and the easy shop for the 15.25, and we decided, hey, okay, God wants us to dash in the Cleveland Heights zone because that's where the drop off is here. Drop offs here, and the Cleveland Heights zone starts like right over there. So it'll be easy to get into Cleveland Heights after we drop the order off. So we just went ahead, we bit the bullet. But hey, this is a top dasher order right here. Look, I'm not Sin City Deliveries. I ain't gonna fake it and tell y'all guys one thing and I'm out doing a whole nother. I take orders like these sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta take an order like this to maintain your status that you want to maintain on the platform. And that's the downsides of working that strategy. So 15.25 there. Next one here. So now we done scooted our way up into the Cleveland Heights zone. We got $6 plus Rascal House. Oh crap! I hope I screenshotted what these orders turned into. But it's $6 plus. I don't think the order is that. It wasn't like a huge order or anything like that, so I wasn't going to go up too much. Close drop off, 10:40 in the morning. Of course, we're going to take that. And oh god, we got this add on too. Okay, I remember. We got this add on. Yeah, we was definitely low acceptance rate because we accepted this offer, and this is horrible. This is bad. This the kind of order that if you're working the programs on DoorDash, these just kind of piss you off because like how why am I getting prioritized this crappy order that's getting added on my route? And this is bad. It's 350. This thing is going way out to Collingwood, which is in the hood. I'm going to have to drive from Collingwood either back up to Green Road to go up Green, or I'm going to come up down on Coventry in University Circle, which I think I went back down to University Circle from here. But yeah, you see the drive. The drive's not that great, and this order sucks. This order makes you hate DoorDash. We ended up taking that, but we did find something on Uber Eats. So Uber Eats coming through the $10 1 mile Panera. So and that ended up turning into 16.18. So I think what we did here is I didn't record what the order turned into, but it didn't turn into much. I'll tell you. But you'll see the money counter on the corner. But what we did here is we dropped off this Rascal House first, and then we got this added on, and we found this at the same time. So we dropped this off first, then we dropped that off, and then we went ahead and took this little 350. All right. So after we dropped it off over in Collingwood, we did luck up. We was on the way to that Collingwood drop off. We got this Lady Luck MTS, which still isn't really in the good area, but it takes us up closer in the Cleveland Heights. As you see, the drop off for this one is right on Monticello, which is like that Noble Road area that y'all hear me complaining about in the videos, because there's really nothing over there. It's just low paying restaurants and Dollar Generals over on Noble and South Euclid. So it's not really where we want to be, but it's bringing us closer to where we want to be. And we get $8.50 in the process. So we went ahead and took that after we dropped off that Potbelly. And yeah, this one had a little bit of a wait. Definitely, I waiting in there. It was just, would not recommend that restaurant. Anyway, what's next? Okay, so what's 11:56? We get this 1367, 5 guys for 3.8 miles. I mean, kind of a no-brainer. Drop off is over on Lee Road. Still in Cleveland Heights. So, I think that's a pretty obvious accept that order. And we was pretty deep. It was pretty far away from the merchant too, as you see. We got a decent little drive just to get to the merchant. So really it's like 1.5 miles for 1367. And yeah, of course. Boom. What's next? Boaz Fresh. Okay, I remember this one. It was a wait at this one. And I mean 646 for 2.5 at 12. Not the greatest order, honestly. Not the greatest order. But we ended up taking it. Okay, 1223. We get this on DoorDash. So again, man, that acceptance rate is, this is one of those that maybe I decline if my acceptance rate is higher, because maybe I want to hold out for a catering order at this hour because it's 1223. But 10 for 5.3 shopping for one item at Dick's. This is just an odd order to get in the middle of lunch. But we ended up taking it. To drop off, however, it's going to take us back here into the University Heights area. And University Heights, it's a good zone for lunch because you got all of your lunch staples are over in University Heights. There's Panera, there's Chipotle, there's Zoop, there's a Jersey Mike's. Like all of your sandwich places are there. There's like delis over there. There's McDonald's over there. McDonald's ain't the greatest merchant, but all of your lunch places are over in that University Heights hotspot. So it's going to take us back to where we would want to be. This is probably the best lunch area in the Cleveland Heights zone. It's University Heights. All right, what we get next? All right, we drop that thing off, and boom, bam, bam. 1775 plus for 6.8 miles. It does take us out of the zone here, but here's what you guys got to understand about DoorDash. If DoorDash sends you out of the zone on an order and it's sending you into another busy zone, DoorDash is going to prioritize your account and finding you something to come back. So now, I mean, at face value, not even if this was going in the boonies, 1775 plus for 6.8 we're taking. But because it's even better because it's taking us into another busy area. This is right near Harvard Park in the Bedford-Garfield zone. So not only am I going to make 1775 plus, but I know that they're likely going to send me a decent order coming back into the zone. Oh yeah, we're taking that all day. And that's at 105. That's pretty late for such a good lunch order.
Yes, sir.
Damn, that thing turned to $29.75. This order wasn't even that big. It was like maybe like 3 subs and 5 sodas. It wasn't a big order. It wasn't catering bag required, and it doesn't look like it had $100 subtotal. So shout out to this customer, super generous customer. They hooked us up on this one. All right, and then now we're in the Bedford-Garfield zone, and bam, bam. We not even look where the merchant is. The merchant's over here. And we're way down here when we receive the order. And you get this Chick-fil-A, $7, 2.8 miles. And it's going to take us into Beechwood. Perfect. Good merchant, good drop-off. And my downtime was 0. And we wasn't quite out. We was in Beechwood, but we wasn't quite out the zone. Our zone is maybe just a little bit past here. So we was still in the Bedford-Garfield, and right when we dropped this off, bam, got this Wendy's, $11.75. And now this takes us to Beechwood Place. That's Beechwood Mall. That's right in Legacy Village. Now, 1:49 p.m., Legacy Village isn't really where you want to be. The Legacy Village restaurants, those are more dinner-centric. You know, that's like Cheesecake Factories over there, and all of like your fancy dinner spots are over there. So for lunch, it really isn't that much. Like the mall restaurants are decent. I'm not decent, but you have mall restaurants for lunch, like Chick-fil-A and like the Asian spots that's inside the food court, and then Hello Bistro. But that's really it. It's not really that great for lunch. So it's not the best place to be for lunch, but hey, we'll always take a drop off that's taking us to Beechwood. What do we get next? Okay, Chick-fil-A, $6.50 for 4.4. I don't, even if my acceptance rate was in better shape, I probably still would have accepted it, just because it's 2:15 in the afternoon, lunch is over. I typically don't even have DoorDash on during this hour. These are the hours I'm typically only working Uber Eats. But $6.50 for 4.4, I'm gonna go ahead and take it. And the important thing when I get a DoorDash, if I get a DoorDash order that's not favorable, I'm looking on Uber Eats, and I'm looking really hard to find an order to stack with this. And with Uber Eats, that's why I love Uber Eats. You can pick and choose what delivery you could take with this. So you could decline till you find a perfect order to take with this order. And it doesn't have to be every time when you're dirty stacking. Just because you find a DoorDash doesn't mean you have to find an Uber Eats to go with it. If you make it happen 2 or 3 times in a shift, then you're going to see your hourly rate increase greatly by the dirty stacking. But don't pressure yourself, or don't sit around until you find an Uber Eats order to go with it. Just go with the flow. Oh, yeah, we took that. Did we find an Uber Eats? Let's see. We got that at 217. Oh, yeah, we sure did. Okay. In this scenario, we did find an Uber Eats. So, okay. I remember this now. So where this drops off is where the restaurant for the pickup is for this. So I'm going to drop this off and then pick this up. Now, it's going kind of far, and it's going in the hood. See, Glenville, St. Clair. for $19.04 for 10 miles. So these are one of here's why I like Uber Eats in the midday. Uber Eats increases that base pay on these undesirable orders way more aggressively than DoorDash. And during 2 to 5, man, the undesirable orders are a dime a dozen. So you're bound to catch one or two or three of them during a 3-hour period. $19.04 for 10 at this hour? Hell yeah, we're going to take it. We're a little bit concerned because the base pay is like pretty high. So I'm a little bit worried that maybe the order's already been picked up by another driver. But I'm already driving there anyway to drop off the DoorDash. So it's no big deal for me to just go in there and check just to see. So $19.04 for 10. Then Uber Eats, man, they sent me another add-on for $17.09 for an extra 5.6 for this Popeyes. So, hey, $36 on a stack at 2 o'clock. Of course we're going to take it. So what we ended up doing, we dropped this off. Then we went over to the Dave's Comic Subs. That order was a real order. And then we went back up to the mall to this Popeyes and then drove all the way back. Now, a lot of driving on this one, but it was worth it. It's worth it to get the $30 whatever in the middle of the afternoon. And here, okay, I'm just showing what type of peak pay is coming up. So we got peak pay from $3.30 to $7.30. It's $3. So we're going to have some solid peak pay coming up for the night. So very excited about that. And then boom, okay, I got my app on. I'm on Coventry. I don't know what time it is. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. 3:50 p.m. Okay. And those are my stats. So I have this contract violation from a video I did a while ago, but I haven't posted. The order never arrived. I guess it's on me because I didn't wait the 5 minutes on the timer, and I just dropped it where I thought it was. I was trying to contact the customer to see like where are they even at. I was hella distracted while I was doing this, so I just ended up taking a picture and dropping it off where the address pinned me at. But I guess they were somewhere else, and they didn't see the order. They didn't find the order. So I had a contract violation. But, yeah. 74 acceptance, 95 completion. So we're happy about our stats going into dinner. Oh, this is that Panera. Okay, boom. So this is what the video is about here. 3:57 p.m. We had this Walmart drop. 136.56. 2 hours, 5 minutes on the trip time. Now, a little bit of backstory on this is one, when I got this order, I was driving back. From the hood, if I could find it, from these two orders. So I was in the middle of the ghetto trying to drive back up to the zone when I got this Walmart, which hell, I'm going to accept it if that's where I'm at. I've been burnt by Walmart a couple times this week. But with this one, the reason why we took it is it's 12 orders on this Walmart. Now with Uber Eats, if it's taking an excessive amount of time, then they will cancel. If you go to support, they will cancel it and you will get $5 per order. And actually, I think it was 13 on here, not 12. So I know a worst case scenario, if I wait 2 hours in the parking lot and I still don't get the order, I can contact support and I'll at least make $65 because it's 13 orders on this batch. And I'll make $65 for just sitting in the parking lot for 2 hours. So worst case scenario. Best case scenario is that the damn Walmart comes out and give me the damn order. But you know how Walmart be. So we can't expect it. But yeah, that's the thought process going in. And lo and behold, it's taken a while. So we're on chat with support. This is just some of the transcripts from there. And they really wasn't trying to give me the money. And I noticed with Uber Eats support, they try to trick you and say that you can cancel it and your earnings will reflect or whatever. But like, no, I don't want to cancel it because I don't want it to affect my cancellation rate. So I always tell them that you can cancel that because I don't want to get a negative impact on my completion rate. Um, and then they're like, "Are you still willing to wait?" So I tell them no. Been here for almost 2 hours, and the ETA was 2 hours, so no. And then you guys can read for yourself. And then at first it was $50 because they canceled 10. But I noticed I still had 3 orders on my screen. So then they canceled the last 3 and it was extra 15. So we got $65 for sitting around. Obviously, we still would have we would have rather took that order, but $65 to sit around and watch YouTube and make some thumbnails on my phone. In fact, I made this thumbnail, I think, while sitting in there. So yeah, we'll take it. We'll take $65 for sitting around. What we got next? And as you see, our cancellation rate isn't affected. We're still at 5%. And let's go. And we're $65 richer. So boom, come out of there, $5.57. Turn DoorDash back on. We get this $9.75 for 2.6. Milky Way. Milky Way is like a vegan restaurant, and Milky Way, it's always going to like Jewish people, and Jewish people live in Beechwood, and we like Beechwood, and we like pluses. So $9.75 plus for 2.6 is kind of this is a no brainer at dinner. Of course, we're taking that. And that's what's on the order. So it's pretty healthy item here. 18-inch pizza, 2 sandwiches, a burger, looks like some other burger, salad bar. And bam, 1906, that's what that thing turned into. So pretty fantastic order right there. Boom, we drop it off in Beechwood. So bang, so we get Cheesecake Factory, $14 for 6.2. Again, this is taking us out of our zone. But again, this is DoorDash taking us out of our zone. And this is DoorDash sending us to another busy area in another zone. And when you got for you guys that may wonder, when it prompts me to switch zones, I never do it. I never switch zones. Never, ever do I switch zones. I always just leave it in the zone. I'm in the zone I want to be for a reason. So I don't switch zones on DoorDash. And then bam, we got a $9 plus add-on with that going in the same area. So here's what we know. We about to make $23 plus dropping off in another busy area that I know DoorDash is going to prioritize my account and send me an order going back. And let's see what happens. Oh, let's see what that plus be. $12.50 plus, $12.50 on the plus, so another $3.50 on that. So pretty nice. And then bam, okay, $7.50 for 2.2. Not the greatest add-on, but you see where I got this at. Right, pretty much right when I dropped it off. See, that's where I'm at. That's where the store is at. So $7.50 for 2.2. This is like literally across the street from the Target. 5 items, easy. We'll do it. And then we drop that off. We're still out of the zone. But what happens? DoorDash, again, it prioritizes my account and sends me an order taking me back into my zone, Cleveland Heights. $17.75 for 8.4 miles. So, I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Of course we're taking that. And because also, I remember now, because this is a longer mileage trip, I know that the arrival window for this order is going to be kind of extended. I'm going to have time to squeeze in an Uber Eats order if I can. And then we find ourselves on a stack, 1704 for 10.1. So the drop off, see the drop offs here, right? Noble Green, and the drop off for this one, they're all in the same area. Pizzazz is on the way. These 2 restaurants are on the way to the drop off for this Chula. The restaurants are right here, literally on the route. Boom, boom. So we're gonna pick this up. Then we're going to drive the route, pick up, then bam, 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 drop off. and makes an additional $17.04. So now we just turned that into a $35 stack by multi-apping. And then it's Pizzazz, it's Penn Station. One thing about Pizzazz, though, Pizzazz is not the most reliable merchant. They're a little bit slow. It was a Wednesday, so we thought maybe Wednesday's not a busy day for a pizza place. So we thought that they would have it ready, but they didn't. I'm gonna have to edit that out. But we ended up getting to Pizzazz, and we had to unassign it because it wasn't ready. When you're on these dirty stacks, you can't afford to just be sitting around waiting at a restaurant. So especially after you've already done a little bit of driving just to get to the restaurant. If it's not ready, you got to unassign it quick. But UberEats did send us something to replace it with, and it was along the same route. So we went ahead and took it. It's this Bubba Coos. And the good thing about the Bubba Coos and the Penn Station, they're in the same plaza. They're both in front of the Walmart over there in the same plaza. So that actually was an easier pickup situation than the Pizzazz was anyway. So we took it along with the Penn Station. So you got Bubba Coos, Penn Station, and we got to drop off to these folks. And here, I think I'm just showing. Okay, so yeah, 8:01 is my arrival time for the Chula. And Tom's delivery time was 7:56. So the Pizzazz did make me about 5 minutes late for this order, but it's no big deal, right? You don't even get marked off on time for 5 minutes on Doordash. So we're good. We're in the clear. And I guess I made it there at 8 o'clock, not 8:01. I'm petty. I'm so petty, bruh. I was like, nah, bruh. Not 8:01. I'm going to get there at 8 o'clock. Stop playing with me. All right, so we drop all those orders off, and we get this McDonald's, $6 for 1.7 miles at 8:30 p.m. We was hoping to just maybe catch a late cheesecake order or something, but we got a McDonald's 6.1.7, and then with DoorDash, you can't just be declining for the sake of declining. When you see a good order on DoorDash, you gotta take it, man. You gotta take it. It's part of the... It's the give and take. It's a give and take situation when it comes to DoorDash and getting the most out of them. So we went ahead and took this $6 McDonald's, and then we drove our butts back to the damn Cheesecake Factory, and they just sent us back to the damn McDonald's. So $7 for 1.8. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take it. It's still a decent order. Then boom, so where this dropped off at? Okay, so this dropped off over on Noble. You see Noble right there, which is the area I don't like. So we put DoorDash on a pause, but Uber Eats sent us this. PF Chang's to Shaker. So it's 9:03 p.m. At this hour, we're trying to find out an efficient route home. And PF Chang's is first of all, it's $12 for 6.7. It's a good order. But it's going to drop us off in Shaker Heights, which is just a little bit closer to home for us to make it easier to get home. So that's why we took that one, on top of the fact that the miles of money's good. And the merchant's good, too. And then, boom, what we get here? Cilantro, good merchant. The miles of money sucks, right? $6 for 6.9 miles. But we took this because the drop-off's in Garfield Heights. Garfield Heights is the next suburb over from where we live. So this is kind of like the perfect order to take us home. And we got this add-on too. Okay, got this add-on. Just make an extra $7 to go to Marco's Pizza. So yeah, we're gonna take that one. And then I go. Am I trying to explain the dirty stack on this one? It's not even dirty stack. I don't know why I took a screenshot of this, but there it goes. But yeah, so we ended up making $174.06 on DoorDash that day and $187.55 on Uber Eats. Give us a combined total of $361.61, and we did it in about 11 hours and 40 minutes. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this type of video. I like these type of videos because I can get more in depth on the decision making and give you guys just some good insight on the mindset that goes behind the orders that I take. You could have a great market But if your decision making isn't up to par, it does not matter. But great decision making can uplift a mediocre market. And that's what I hope that you guys get out of these videos, is that especially for my new people that watch the channel that are just getting into this or are trying to decide whether or not they want to delve into gig work full time. This video is for you guys, but also for my intermediates that want to learn how to make more money, how to maximize even more. I figured, hey, I'll give my insight and my thought process on what works for me in my market, and hopefully everybody's able to take just a little bit from what I'm explaining to you guys in these videos. But if you like the video, go ahead, give that thing a like. If you have any suggestions or any comments or anything like that, leave them down below. But we're documenting this whole week where I made $2,000. So I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Peace. My kid.